Hey guys, this is Eddie, and today I'm just got this in the mail, which I'm very excited for. Been obsessing with emulation for quite a while, and was kind of battling myself, wondering if I should get a mini PC or not, because you can run it on practically almost any computer, really. You do need a relatively powerful one for some of the more later consoles, like the Xbox 360. So, and I didn't want to spend so much on like the latest generation either, like the 7000 Ryzen series, which you know those mini PCs can cost upwards of $700 to $800. And for that price, I might as well get something like the Asus ROG Ally, or, well, actually, that's pretty much, or either that or the Lenovo Legion Go. But that gets really costly. This is not a 7000 series. This is a Beelink, as you can see. It's an SER5 MAX. Supposed to be Max. I don't see anything on the box that says Max, so I'm kind of a little worried. I double checked on my order on Amazon, and it did say Max on there. And really, this is last generation's processor. This is the 5800H, 8 cores, 16 threads. Comes with 16 gigs of memory and 500 gigabytes of NVMe. Does have Wi-Fi 6. Not 6E, gigabit LAN. And so this I got for just $300. So definitely a huge, huge difference in cost. But the nice thing about the 7000 series, the ones that I was looking at, was that powerful RDNA 3 integrated graphics. But I was reading online on Reddit, and a lot there was one person who did a lot of emulation testing on the SER5. There's also a SER6, and of course the newest one is the SER7 with the 7000 series. And so the 6, by the way, is also a similar generation as this. It's actually just one generation up, but it does have the newer 680M integrated graphics, whereas the newest one has got the 780M. So this one's just the Vega Radeon 8, but should be good enough for emulation. So I'm unboxing this just to see what it looks like, and I get a nice little hello. By the way, this has a little, I don't know, it looks like somebody drew with their finger. Oh, this must be the glue. Yep, that's the glue. I was like, wait a minute, there's a, there's a drawing on here, but nope, that's just the glue. It just kind of shows through. But anyways, let's see what's in here. So you got the hello. That's all that is. It's just hello. Doesn't open up or anything. Okay. SER manual. Version 3. In all these different languages. English. That's the only one I'm gonna need. But yeah. We'll definitely take a look once I get it more. But it actually shows you how to install RAM and everything on there, so that's neat. And the NVMe. So this only supports one slot. Oh, that's nice that they have a little thing that you can pull up. So let's take a look at that later. And what's underneath here? It's just all the other accessories. So they do come with an HDMI cable. That's cool. Oh, what is this one? So this is a shorter HDMI cable. That's really short. So this one is still, yeah, that's still an HDMI cable, but this is a more reasonable length. Mounting screws? Or maybe spare screws? Mounting brackets. So I'm guessing this is for if you want to hook it or screw it up to the back of your monitor using VESA mounts. And what that is, and of course the power supply. And what does it say? According to this, can't read it from where I'm sitting, but you guys can. So 19 volts, 5.25 amps. So what would that be? I don't know how many watt that is. Not off the top of my head. Actually, that's almost, I think that's 100 watts. Yeah, that's 100 watts. Mental math, trying to. So basically the way you do it is you get 5 point, whatever that was, 5.25 amps multiplied by 20 volts. That's how you get the wattage. So here it is. You get a warning. Let's see, during the boot process, if you can't log into your personal account, turn off Wi-Fi and LAN, skip the option, log. This is to bypass, oh my God, they got instructions to how to bypass the Windows Microsoft account setup. Now you guys can't barely read this. As like, peel off this mask before using, which makes sense. So I'm going to do that. Ooh, that is a holographic shiny stickers. It tells you how to get into the firmware, so that's nice. Boot options, and yes, this doesn't confirm that this is the Max version on the sticker. Okay. And this is a little tab that lets you pull on it. So from the outside, it looks like it's two USB-C, USB-A, can't talk. Two USB-A's 3.0. It might be 3.2, I have to take a look, but they're USB-A's. There's also USB-C, I believe that's a 3.2, a combo headphone microphone jack, and a clear CMOS, which thankfully it is recessed inside. You have to poke it with something. There's your power button. Oh, that's an interesting material. This feels like cloth up here. Sorry if I'm off the screen a little bit. Ventilation to the left and right. And of course, the output for the fan on the rear. We have the gigabit LAN here. Another USB-A 3.0. This looks like a 2.0 USB. A display port, HDMI, and that's the power input. Now, I don't know if this is HDMI. This is probably like HDMI 2.0, not 2.1. But doesn't really matter to me anyways. And I'm not really sure if this is DP 2.1.2 or 1.4. But like I said, it doesn't really matter to me because my goal for this is really for emulation. Class, like MAME. Oh my God, I got like fingerprints shmoo on there already. So yeah, my main goal. Oh, this is kind of cute that they got the Beelink SER logo there. That looks pretty nice. I like the color scheme, black and red accents. But oh, and by the way, this is pretty hefty for its size. It's not light for what it looks like. It looks like it's complete plastic, but it is plastic on the sides. It's metal on the bottom, plastic up top, except of course this is a cloth top. But yeah, I'm gonna use this for emulation, and that's pretty much it for classic games. Arcade games, NES, SNES, Genesis, Saturn, Dreamcast. So in other words, some of the even higher last generation consoles, older generation consoles that are still 3D based. I haven't been in the emulation game for a long time, so I was surprised that 3D emulation has come a long way. So we've actually started, well, it's been around for a while, but for me it's new, right? It's like, whoa, this one emulates all the way up to an Xbox 360. We have emulators for that now. That's amazing. Don't think there's anything, or even PlayStation 3, up to PlayStation 3 has emulation. So anything below that has it too. So like PlayStation 2, the original Xbox, GameCube, N64, well, that I knew about. But yeah, the newer stuff, like even the PSP, which is the portable 3D handheld. And of course, it's also a PC, so that means if you want to run some PC games here, you can, with, you know, lowered expectations, of course. But I don't plan on using that for PC gaming. The way I want it was I want to have something really small and portable so I can bring, you know, to someone's place. The only thing I don't like is that it's not powered by USB-C, but you do need a barrel jack. But at least these can be replaced third party if you can find them. But I also have these joysticks that were left over from back in the day. These are custom made. I had them done a long time ago when my brother and I were playing on the, if you guys remember this is the Xbox, I think this is the 360, because they use USB for plugs. And of course they got that breakaway one, which sucks because I have a third one that was a Street Fighter anniversary edition, but we gutted the inside and put an Xbox 360 controller in there and soldered it up, so it still had the same cable, and it's missing that end piece. So the whole point of this was that if you were to trip, that it would break away here and not break anything. But I think that's kind of dumb, because it's like the, you know, the force that you need to pull from this side is also the same here anyways. So, and it just kind of looks like a DIN connector, but you can see it's not, you know, it doesn't look like a PS2 port or anything. So maybe I can find something like this as a replacement, you know, because this is relatively popular. I mean, this is 360, so we'll see. I don't know if this was the 360 or this is the no, yeah, it was the 360. It was not the Xbox One, because Xbox One, even though they were actually USB, they had a different connector. But yeah, let's take a look at the inside really quick. So let's see if I got the right screwdriver for this. Oh, there we go. By the way, if you guys need an update on my Pixel Watch, I Love it. I got it set up so not every notification goes through it, just the ones I need. So it's not constantly noisy. All right, 4 screws, and you just pull on this little tab. And there you go. Nothing on this side except for a little, like a little rubber-ish foam pad here. And that's just part of that tab. So let's put that aside. SATA. Now the newer ones do use NVMe, but I kind of like the fact that this uses SATA because SATA drives are a lot cheaper. And for emulation, I don't need NVMe speeds. Storage is the name of the game when it comes to emulation because you have a lot of huge ROMs, especially when you're talking about 3D games and the newer generations that are all disk-based. Disk-based. So that would help keep the cost down. So you can probably find like 4 terabyte ones that are a lot cheaper than, say, NVMe drives, or you can even go hard drive if you want to go larger, 6 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes. Actually, I don't even know if they make it that high with hard drives. The largest I've seen so far is 5 gigs, and that's an external drive. So I already have an external drive for this, so I may not even need this. Now, I don't want to crack open that external drive to see if it's just a standard SATA connector. Not all of, we can't take that for granted anymore. Are those the same size? Yeah, those are the same size screws. I'm just going to keep them separate anyways, just in case. But that comes off. Yeah, it's a little cover. Let's see, there's another screw down here. Okay, come on. I don't want to lose this one. Oh, how does this come off? Does this come off? I'm sure it does. Well, I might not want to go further than this in front of the camera because I don't know. I don't want to break my new toy yet. That's on the board, I think. Well, let's see. There's another one here. Oh, that's okay. So that's part of it. All right, I gotta flip this over to get the screws. And there you go. They all seem to be the same size. So that could facilitate taking this apart completely without you having to keep track of the screw size. So that's good. It's kind of coming off. Uh-oh, it's not wanting to. Alright, I'm gonna get us off camera for a bit. Alright, there's another one right here, by the way, in the bottom left. So there's one here, there's one there, and there was one up top over there. Because the recess is going to be pretty hard to put back in, I think. And I got it. And there's a plug here for the, yep, there it is. There's the thermal pad. There's the SSD. Supposedly this is a crucial SSD. So it is a brand name one, but they just took the label off. And there's the memory. And it does come with 16 gigs dual channel. I'm going to put this down really quick. So each of these should be 8 gigs. But I believe these are single rank. So I got 2 16 gig sticks coming. I think they're what, just like 50 bucks. DDR4 3200, just like these. But that's CL22 timing. And they're dual ranked. So that should be a lot faster too. Well, not a lot faster, just a little faster. For emulation, I don't need 32, but it was the only way that for me to find them dual ranked. I haven't seen any dual rank 16 yet, and I wasn't sure if they were going to come with the dual rank one, so figure for an extra 50 just to make sure I got the most performance out of this thing. But that is as far as I will tear it down. This one is 500 gigs, which is more than enough for an OS. Again, I don't plan on putting my or ROMs on here. It might even be good enough to put emulation software on there. So all of the various emulators will be on there. The CPU is on the other side. You can even see where the mountings are for the heatsink, and I'm not gonna take out the rest of it. It's very interesting that if you look at the screws, I had to take off some of them, so these screws that are holding the motherboard is also holding that plastic shield down, I guess, that mid plate, the one that has the fan on it. And so already by removing those 3 to get it off, which is one here, one down here, and then one on this corner here, I've already removed 2 of them off the motherboard. So there's 2 more. There's one over there on this top side there, and then there's one over here on the bottom right side. And of course, the Wi-Fi is going to be on... Oh, it's on the bottom. So let me take that off really quick. I can show you. Now, this is supposed to come with the Intel one, I believe. The AX200, which is Wi-Fi 6. It's not Wi-Fi 6E. And I just want to make sure that it is replaceable. So I took the screw off. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. There it is. It's the only screw that's different. It's a lot shorter than the rest. And no, I'm not putting it on the carpeted floor. Don't worry. I'm actually putting my circuit board on top on the joysticks. So, on a hard surface. Sorry about that. My tablet fell, and you saw a little bit of me there. But there it is. Can I see it there? Let's see if I can zoom in. AX200 NGW. So it's a standard Wi-Fi module 2230 M2. And so if I ever want to upgrade the Wi-Fi, I can. Which again, don't really need to for my purpose. Now this ribbon cable that goes here, I don't know where that goes to. It looks like it goes underneath, or maybe it's this one right here. You see that little connector right there? But the flex cable goes all the way down. Oh, I see what it is. That is the connector. It's kind of angled strangely. It goes straight down and comes right back up. So that's weird. But so you got to be careful with that ribbon cable when you guys come in here. Now my memory is going to come tomorrow. I'm going to put this back just to play around with it. Eventually what I would like to do is pop the memory I purchased in here instead of using these. So the NVMe and the memory isn't as easy to get to, but it's not that bad. As you can see, I got in. If you were just wanting to add a additional SSD, SATA drive, that is easy. You do have cooling, and I'm trying to I'm trying to put it like this so that I don't mess up the that pad over there. And just looking at the other side. Yeah, so that's a Corsair P3 Plus. I don't know if it's focusing. It looks blurry to me on the screen. So it is a Gen 4x4. Now, I don't know if that's a Gen 4x4 connector there. I'm thinking it should be. You never know with mini PCs because sometimes they kind of reduce the lanes for other stuff, but I don't think there's a need to for this. And a lot of YouTubers would have said something about it if it was. So I think when they did speed test, it did get the full speed of this particular NVMe. I don't think it's worth putting in anything faster. It does use more power if you do anyways. But like I said, for my purpose, I'm going to plug this back in. It's the fan header. We're going to put this back in here. So it's not too hard to get in. There's that plastic piece. Let's see, does this go this way? I believe it does. Okay. Oh no. Yep, that's what I hate about something like this. I don't ever want to make this video any longer than that. I'm just going to put it back together and then it's got Windows 11 installed. I don't know if it's home or what version it uses, but I'll have to check it out another time. Software's going to be a whole other thing. I am going to probably be using Linux on here instead for my emulation. I don't know what happened to this screw. I'm just going to stop it here, but I will go ahead and put it back together and then test this out. But that is the Beelink SER5 MAX. Not only the unboxing, but also the teardown up to the point where you get to upgrade. I'm not going to do a full teardown where I'm going to pull this board out and actually show the top side of that PCB and show you the chip and the fan and stuff. There are other YouTubers who have done that, so go ahead and search for that if you're interested. But yeah, this is the mid-range one that I see. They do make some more powerful ones like the SER5 and the GTR7. That's the newest one. I was actually eyeing those because those are basically the most powerful mini PC that you can get right now. But I heard that they have compatibility issues with some emulators because they just don't play nice with the newer integrated graphics. So let me find the screw. I'll put this back together, and I will see you guys later. And I'll try to have fun with this thing. All right, bye.